Okay. Pretty sure I'm live now. Holy shit. Whoa. This is... Yeah, hello? Hello? Okay. Drafting will... We have... Ash Garen Graves versus Silas Malphite Sivir. Very interesting drafts so far. Hmm. Um... No, so I'm just streaming their draft right now, and they're using a different drafting site. This is drafting.gg. I think this is LS's drafting site instead of Draftable. So we have Jace ban and Katarina ban. I don't know a lot about any of wait. Oh, wait, Santi, Tony Baloney, Korea Karen. Okay, I do know some of these players. Okay. Oh, really, huh? Yeah, I hope they fix that. That would be really unfortunate. Hmm. Oh, wait, they're missing a ban. Oh no. Okay. Oh, they just got it late. Cassidon ban. I don't know Cactus's champion pool at all. I also don't really know Korea Karen's champion pool. Let's see what they're going to R5 though. Support Sivir. I mean, no, Milio. Milio Sivir bot lane. I guess they do deny the Milio Ash bot lane. I don't really see Sivir being that great paired up with Milio, but I guess it does give Sivir some much liked range, but I don't see it being like too effective. Another late pick, Talia coming in for Kuro the Divine into the Silas. I think that should be fine. The rocks on the floor do stun Silas during his E and his W, I believe. So I can imagine it being a good matchup for Talia. Now, this should be the support pick coming on B5. Again, coming a little bit late. Nautilus. Nautilus Ash into Sivir Milio. Yeah. I think they're just planning the bot lane just wants to abuse the Milio pick. Nautilus, I think, is pretty good into Milio in general because you can't really cleanse the knockups. So, yeah. And then Xin Zhao R5. That's pretty interesting. I don't really agree with a Xin Zhao pick. I haven't seen that in a long time. I don't even know if Xin is really good right now. But it feels they kind of just want to run at them with the Sivir Milio Malphite. Just run in. They have good hard engage. It's hard to say who really won the draft here. Because I honestly don't like either comp. Not true. You miss a ban, you just straight up lose the game. That would be funny. So it looks like ours are coming into the chat, so let's. Yeah, Draft Lol plays a little bit weird with the overlay a little bit because of the way I set up the stream. It's like we should be getting into the game soon. Again, I don't really like either comp. I guess top lane. Yeah, ours are coming into chat. They should be getting into it soon. Like individually, each lane, I think Ashe Nautilus has advantage over Sivir Nautilus. Talia, I'm not a mid laner, but I think she can do well into Silas. You know, Memento. Well, wait, now they're ours on both sides. Hopefully, yep, starting now. And then I don't know, Malphite just loses every single lane. It feels like. So Garen, especially with the, I can see Malphite actually doing well into Garen. He has his Q for ranged poke onto Garen to stop his passive healing, and Malphite shouldn't die, I guess. I don't actually know if the attack speed slow affects the number of spins that Garen does in his E, but he needs to press E before he spins, I guess. I can't imagine it doing too much. Garen E does reduce a bit of armor, which is nice. I actually, there are a lot of interactions that I kind of want to know about between Malphite Garen, because Garen E reduces armor, but if it's in a way similar to, say, Trundle R stealing Sejuani stats, then it could be a little bit weird, because Malphite does gain quite a bit of armor when he has his passive shield on. But aside from that, I don't know. I've never liked Malphite in lane for the most part. He kind of just doesn't do anything in lane and just hopes to survive and neutralize the opponent. But aside from that, I don't know. I've never liked Malphite. Yes. And overall comps, though, I feel like if red team gets ahead, if I'm down for anything gets ahead, but with Silver Malphite, they have an easy go button just to be able to force an engage onto Weaver's wall, if anything. So if they get ahead, it's easy to force, it's easy to get a lead going, and also a little bit easier to come back from games when you're a little bit behind. Just that instant go button, nice surefire engage really helps out in those situations. Weaver's Wall has to be a little bit more careful, and it's just now hitting me that Weaver's Wall here is Talia. Uh, I'm assuming Talia is probably one of Crow's better champions, or they just like Talia, who knows? But we'll see. Kind of expect the early game to go in the favor of blue side Weaver's Wall, unless the Xin has anything to say about it. You never know with Xin. Very good early game jungler, so I've heard. Now I'm just waiting for the spectator delay. We Garen with the Ghost Ignite. Yeah, he's planning to just dominate lane. Malphite with standard TP. Uh, Kuro the Divine does have TP as opposed to a combat summoner spell, and as opposed to Cactus with the Ignite. So I think Cactus might want to look to try to really impact the lane. Maybe try for a solo kill, try to diff, get a good old mid diff down. But if anything, Talia with her mobility, just gliding along walls, using her ulti, it'll be easier for her to roam just out of the lane, try to impact the map elsewhere, gets to still get some value somewhere else. But yeah, aside from that, top lane I think is just going to be a total snooze fest. If anything, Malphite might just be pushed under turret for a few years. But nothing should happen there. All the action, as usual, should be happening bot side around this Ashe Nautilus, who has a lot of CC for gank setup. Sivir does have a nice spell shield, but if that ever gets forced, Ashe R just go button onto Sivir. It's easy engage, easy follow-up, could turn into a very easy kill, but I think they do have to target the Milio here, due to his R cleanse. We will see though. See how it goes. Now we do have Seihu streaming over on his channel, on Seihu04, for schedule conflict versus no ADC, no need. So we will just pin that over onto the chat. I can actually copy and paste this correctly, come on. Oh, shoot. We'll say it is a little bit annoying having to switch back and forth. But here we are. So that should be pinned into the chat now. Let's change the overlay. Here we are over into game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Let's get chat rolling. Weaver's Wall out early. Lots of good luck to have fun. Cactus wishing a lot of good luck. Love to see that. And a quick little invade coming out of Weaver's Wall. Sneaking into that bottom bush. Now into the jungle. They're not doing a standard 5-point. For some reason, Milio's top. Looks like they're going to do that strat where they get a few spell thieves procs off. So Milio can start off with a little refillable potion. But now we do see that Weaver's Wall have made their way into this blue buff bush. We might see a little bit of confrontation here as they does get past the 1 minute mark. But it kind of looks like Zin's going to be starting over at red buff. They are going to find Milio just walking around in the jungle here. Find him out, a good hook, lands a snare, Parade for Rend, Ignited will go down for first blood over to Graves, and they're just gonna steal this red blue buff here. They know this, of course, so this Xin Zhao should make his way over to Weaver's Wall blue buff after taking his red. And we're gonna see it. We should see a little bit of vertical jungling going on over here. Graves taking the Gromp now. Ooh, good hook from Old God, landing onto Burrito. Takes a bit of damage in return as Ashe isn't there to back him up. Overall, losing trade for him. He Yeah, I don't think he had his Aftershock up just yet from hooking Kriya Karend earlier. Yeah, the top lane is going exactly how I expected it to. Old God. Trying to shove out the wave a little bit. Getting some autos in to try and proc that relic shield. Yeah, down a little bit of CS. Cactus threatening and engage. Gets stunned up by the rock field. Lands a stun into W. Ignite, and that's going to be a kill just like that. Easy solo kill. Now, Uninam bit off a little bit more than he can chew. Dash into Santi's Zen and just dives for it. Not exactly sure what Uninam was thinking right there. Cactus was still there, and his mid laner had just died. Old God, though, just making his way mid as well. Gets a cheeky little snare onto Cactus with his passive, leaving Ash a little bit alone. Mad Maz backing up a little bit, knowing that Old God did show bot. Ooh, there's a little bit more of a scuffle. Cactus trying to do a little bit to Old God here. Now it's in the river. Uninam is back from respawning. And that's just a dead Zen, just getting caught out. Staying a little bit longer, enough for hooks to come up, for rock fields to go down. Just dives for it. Now, Nautilus, with the blue buff, making his way downtown. Hook onto Milio. Good snare. Old God backing away before he died. Now, Kriya Karend paying the price, going down to the Ash. Flash blown from Burrito. And more boring top lane gameplay. We do see Garen being up a bit of CS. Yep, Comet Malphite. I don't really think Comet is the best move here, since Garen is just going to... He's just going to heal it back up. I would rather see Malphite go either Grasp, or if you really want to be funny, Lethal Tempo, or PTA, but more often than not, probably Grasp. Usually you take Comet on Malphite for lanes that you can actually poke out. Garen is not one of those lanes. You can back up and just heal it off. He gets a ton of free resistances from his W. You're not going to be poking Garen out very easily. By the time you do, you're going to be out of mana as Malphite. A little bit of engage coming out of the Garen. It's a losing end of the trade. But overall, I don't think anything will really come out of it. Garen just backing up a little bit to regen up. He is up 6 CS. Uninam finding a good window to do Dragon there. Nothing really in response. It's just a free Drake. Oh God. Looking at gets a nice little auto on Kriya Karend. Now Santi, knowing that Uninam was just bot, finding an opportunity to invade Uninam's jungle along with his top laner. Old God, nice hook onto Milio again. They're just catching Kriya Karend out all the time. Old God getting really low, barely managing to get out alive. Now Burrito popping Ghost, running away. Garen spinning to win onto Tony Baloney. Ignite thrown down, one more Q ulti and shouldn't be dead. There he goes. Ooh, Cactus finding engage onto Kuro. Does a good chunk of damage. Kuro trying to maybe hover around towards bot side to cover any potential move. The green secondaries and... Oh, yeah, definitely. This Garen doesn't take damage from Malphite Q. Comet won't do anything. Kuro is a little bit low here. Cactus, if I want to think that Kuro is probably going to try and shove out this wave and then try and get a back timer off. But Old God, he is everywhere this game, just roaming mid, bot, every second he gets. A lot of trust in his ADC to be safe, which it's a Sivir Milio. They shouldn't have any real way. Cactus engaging with the Weaver's wall. Good, good chain onto Kuro. Now this is going to be a dead god right here. A little bit too old for this new age. Things going down onto Rift Herald. Good call there. After both the support and mid lane are going down, should be relatively free. No one should be there to really contest, although they were a little bit late to getting to this. A contest could have happened if Uninom wanted to path towards there. They had time to respawn a little bit. Kuro could have walked there after TP, but they do have a numbers advantage up over to that Rift Herald. Now game plan is here. They still want to impact this bot lane. Next time a fight happens, just start screaming. Look, I'm not a hype caster, okay? Like I'm tired. I wanted to take a nap earlier. Do I need to put on... Oh! I also don't want to just straight up scream. Oh shoot, there's a dive going on bot. I went to close the door, but Kriya's getting his life ended right here under the turret. Chain down onto Graves. He dives for a Mad Maz, trying to run away with Ghost. Cactus, I don't think he can really cash up. But tries for the dash. Mad Maz, though, he's going for the execute, just running away. I don't think it's enough time just yet. Milio is on the other side of that tower. And gets the auto down shutdown over to Milio. Good thing. And it went over to Milio. Because I don't think, yeah, I feel like the Ashe could have just ran over to mid lane instead of going to the turret, but... well... a little bit unfortunate, but this Sylas, 4-0, getting a little bit strong. By going to top lane, this should mean nothing. Ray Scrom just spinning on him. Tony Baloney backing away. Wave is starting to push towards him though, so it should be... he should be in a relatively fine position. Cactus going for another engage. Good chain, doesn't get knocked back into turret. Uninom is here though. One auto, two autos, gets the Q off. Good heal from Cactus and flash away to safety. Nice job from Cactus getting away from that gank, but this does give away river pressure with this dragon coming up now. I'm down for anything. Is posturing a little bit for this dragon. Nothing is going on top. We don't even need to look there. Ash Arrow does land onto Santi. Takes him out of the fight immediately. This Sylas, though, quick triple kill right onto Weaver's wall. He is getting work done this game. 7-0-2. He is absolutely massive. Rift Herald was summoned earlier before they went over to contest Dragon. Now it just gets a free crash into the mid lane turret for a free few plates. Who is who? I don't... I think they are. They have... I think this is the first time they've played in GG, at least. I don't think they've played before. Yeah, people are back onto the map. Cactus trying to play with his lead a little bit, dashing in aggressively. Again, why do we keep cutting to top lane? Nothing's going to go on over here. Ooh, Cactus though, roaming down bot, gets spotted in the tri-bush. Deals away the Nautilus ulti. It's just a surefire engage for this Sylas whenever he wants. 4 down here now. Hook into the wall, gets interrupted by the Milio Q as well. Looks like the fight's going to go on here. Done onto the Sylas. Now he gets blinded, jumps in, gets knocked back, and it's just CC'd for days. Goes down to Kuro the Divine. Now Korea Karan paying the price for overstepping a little bit, trying to back up the mid laner, but Moss also going down to Burrito. It's overall 2 for 3 in favor of Weaver's Wall. Getting that massive shutdown into Kuro. Cactus biting off a little bit more than he could chew there. Yep, rip the ego check. Tried to throw his weight around, but you can't really do that when you have all this lockdown from Nautilus, Ashe, Talia, even in Graves Blind. That's very annoying. You don't know where anyone is, where to aim your abilities, can't target your W. He's gotta play a little bit, can't play as cocky. Second Herald is coming up soon now, though. Bot lanes have started going towards mid. Mad Maz and Old God securing that bot lane with Kuro the Divine holding down the forward bot. Now that turret is gone, but Mad Maz gets hit by the stolen Ashe R. Now Malphite coming in. That's just a dead Ashe. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, and this should be a free Rift Herald now that Mad Maz is dead. Ooh, Old God. Trying to get some vision down. Checks him to 3. Zin jumping in, gets Nautilus ulted, but not much else. There are a lot of tools coming out of Weaver's Wall, and it's a little bit dangerous to walk in here now. At least Malphite doesn't have R, and neither does Sylas. Actual lands onto Santi, gets 2 knocks back, including Korea Karan. Korea Karan goes down immediately. Garen spinning to win, just eviscerating everyone. Holy. This is actually a pretty big Garen now. Unino, I'm just gonna finish up this Rift Herald now. Gonna get a push down over to top with Mad Maz securing the mid lane. Hopefully, Cactus doesn't do anything, try to do anything fishy. Burrito, though, will get the bot lane turret. Overall, very nice trade from... Yeah, if only they had Malphite ulti there. Like, oh no, Cactus. He flashed a little bit early to dodge out from the Everfrost, but does manage to get away with Old God showing up and the turret still being there. Burrito, very nice spell shield for the hook. I'm not too sure if anything would have come out of that, but... nice spell shield nonetheless. Now Dragon is coming up. Both teams trying to set up for this. Old God in the river, getting control ward down. There should be a little bit of a vision battle now that both supports are down here. Ooh, doesn't get that ward, but we'll find it with a sweeper. For now, blue team does have priority over this Dragon Pit. Throws down the Rift Herald as well. So someone has to deal with that, and that is going to be... His friend isn't going to be the one to deal with it. He's a little bit too squishy. But Old God, finding himself in a little bit of no man's land, gets caught out going for a bit of vision. Kill goes over to Burrito. Now quietly, getting up to 5-1. They've been abusing his support, but the ADC remains untouched. And seeing that everyone's over at Dragon, they're just beelining with the Rift Herald down mid lane. They're going to get an inhibitor turret right here. Maybe another charge onto the inhibitor, but they're going to get collapsed on. It's going to be a big fight right now. Unina getting caught out by Cactus a little bit. Dodges the Malphite R2. And now Mad Maz dies in recollection, but overall, very nice creative objectives for Weaver's Wall. Santi still on the Dragon. Will be able to get it. I'm not really sure why he blew Zen ulti right there. It didn't really do too much to the Dragon. He's going to pay the price, regardless. Yeah, Malphite is a useful champion sometimes. And I want to emphasize sometimes. Race Scrum, a good old double Zeal strat. Some Garen tech right there. Not too familiar with it myself, as I'm not really a Garen player, but it's spiking a little bit. Old God, finding Kriya Karen. Just gonna hook on out of there, not too much going on. Actually, that wave clear Garen is kind of insane. Just start spinning into it. Little stride breaker. This wave is gone. Axe. Dealing away the Ashe ulti. They might be looking for a pick a little bit soon. Baron will be coming up in a minute. This team might try to just start posturing a little bit around it. I don't think anyone's going to start it up. This is a pretty close game still, only 3k in the favor of Weaver's Wall here. They do see Cactus bot side, the biggest member on the team. So Weaver's Wall trying to start something off here. Good Talia ulti is going to almost catch them out. Throws it down immediately. Doesn't find anyone. Doesn't even attempt a knockback. A little bit interesting there. Some missing things going down. Not too sure why a knockback didn't come out. Maybe a little bit of a misclick, or I guess lack thereof. It did force out the Ashe ulti from Cactus, though. That stole an Ashar that got a little bit earlier. Baron spawning now. They look like they're about to hit it. Just on spawn. That's really quite ballsy. They know, too. There's going to be quite a big fight here. Old God running a little bit of interference. Tony Baloney with his R. All R's practically up for, oh, yep. Cactus dealing away the Malus R. Old God dives for it. Now the R is chasing down this Graves. Santi lands the W. Flash from Uninom goes over the wall. Now Santi dead to Garen. Or will he? Doesn't fall. A little bit unfortunate there. And now it's just 3 free kills for... I'm down for anything. And, you know, they were down for that fight. Get 3 for it. Now... they're not really feeling this Baron themselves. A little bit low, half HP on all of them. We'll try to contest this mid-turret, though. I don't know. A little bit of wave clear. It's gonna try to make it a bit difficult, but... Cactus stealing away the Gravestar. Flash from... Kuro? An interesting decision, but Ashar from downtown catches out Burrito, but the cleanse from Milio saving Sivir right there. That's very interesting play coming out of Kuro. I'm not too sure what he was thinking there. He wanted to get the flip back, but he was slightly out of range. He decided to just bail. Overall, though, game is a little bit closer to down for anything. Has brought the gold lead down to only about 1k. It's practically even at this point. Old God finding out this Malphite. Nothing really should come out of it, but a little bit of a tickle. Ooh, Race Grom. Fight back a little bit. A lot of damage. Ooh, it manages to trade 1-for-1 with the Garen ulti. Now, seeing that two people are bought, including Santi, their jungler, they're just starting up this Baron Tony Baloney. In the front line, goes for the Malphite R, only hits Uninam, but is it enough? I don't think so. Big pullback from Kuro the Divine, hits 2. That's just going to be a wipe from them. Santi, only one left alive. Baron goes over to Weaver's Wall, and another Ash Arrow finding out Santi. He's just dead. Maybe trying to does get the 1-for-1 onto Mad Maz Ash. Now they're going to even pick up the little consolation prize for just still being on the map. Get this Drake, even it up 2-2. I expect Weaver's Wall to start running away with this game. A little bit of desync and back time, so I'm not backing at the same time as everyone else. Garen is out on the map, a little bit alone, recognizes this and backs away from the wave. Doesn't want to show that he could be a possible target. What? Let's see though. Tony, a little bit of influence. Garen doesn't have Baron himself, which makes it a lot easier for Malphite to match these this side lane pressure, but a little bit stuff going on in the jungle. Ultimately, they're just saying hi to each other. They want to get Weaver's Wall wants to get control of this bot side jungle, red blue buff. Nothing going on top. A little bit of trading, a little bit of spinning, a little bit of Beyblading. Yeah, playing for this bot lane tower now that they built up a little bit of a wave now. God. Oh, looks like Race Grom getting jumped by Tony Baloney, and Santi X9 is going to get a kill over onto Tony Baloney. Getting a little bit caught out, didn't respect Santi potentially being there. Probably thought he could 1v2 again. But that Malphite ulti, it was used, it's now on cooldown. They can't really force too hard here anymore. That Maz is HP. It's just 2 people on Weaver's Wall. Is HP. Cactus flashing back into the Ash R. Does go into Zanya's after getting hooked. Uninam doing shotgun things, and you know, that does a lot of damage over to Brio. Falls to Uninam. They will back off after this. Getting a little bit low. Pressing their luck a little bit much. Santi doing Santi things. Getting pushed down into mid, gets the outer turret, and hoping for the best now. Weaver's Wall coming down, coming in. Knockback is good from Kuro the Divine. Wraith Garam is here. Blast Cone to safety though. Does manage to get away. Kuro the Divine, a little bit on the hunt though. Tony Baloney is here, has R, should be able to get away with it. That's Malphite R gone. Luckily, no major objectives up immediate time. Oh, but Weaver's Wall sieging down mid lane now. Don't have that big CC button either. Big instant engage. I'm just going to claim this mid lane inhibitor for free. With all the vision down bot side, I kind of wanted them to go down there again, try siege on that bot lane inhibitor, but they do see this inner top lane turret. A little bit juicy there. Start escorting the wave, clearing the wave ahead. Now they see Cactus over bot lane. They want this top lane inner turret. Nothing's really going to stop them. Tony Baloney still doesn't have his R after having to use it to escape. Things going down on it. They want to fight when that thing is up. Santi though, he says why not fight now, and blows his own R4. Old God Cthulhu's. Oh, Malphite R onto Uninam. Lands, but Uninam flash back, E back. But is getting low. Does fall to Malphite. Now Old God is focused and goes down to the targeted damage from I'm Down for Anything. Good dodge on the Ashar from Silas. Now trying to kite back. The kite back machine is not enough. 3 for 0 in favor for I'm Down for Anything. With Dragon coming up in 50 seconds. They'll be able to set up just in time. They'll have first move on this Dragon. Don't all reset though. Gonna be some desync reset timers. Cactus peeling away that blue buff. He's going to be a little bit late over to this Dragon if he wants to back. Maybe, I don't know if he has enough for his Zanya's, but yeah, this Malphite, he scaled into the decision making. Using the R pretty well now. Does have an Anathema's Chain, probably has it onto Talia. This is just going full armor. He's a tanky little boy. Ashe isn't even going Last Whisperer next. So she's going to be tickling Malphite. He's going down Race to Rom over in top lane. Let me try and pressure that, maybe get an inhibitor. I don't think they're going to fight this. Just add a lot of pressure here. Silas is backing her. Dragon going down. Two-man Malphite ulti, but there's no follow-up. It's way too slow. Santi diving in. Zanya's coming from Kuro the Divine. And Santi in the middle of it gets two. Now Milio flashing in, catches Mad Mounds with the bowling ball. Garen though, 1v1's Cactus. Santi finding Uninam now. Is going to try for the 1v1 now. Will be able to... Oh, Wissy! The Milio coming in for the support, the shields, the heals, and will keep him alive. Uninam doesn't get the trade back, but at what cost? Race Grom takes both Nexus turrets and the top lane inhibitor turret. Grom falling back, doesn't manage to get caught himself on the retreat, has managed to pick up the Scuttle Crab in preparation for this upcoming Baron fight. Overall, he's doing quite a bit of work on this Garen, drawing so much pressure. Nobody is able to really deal with him, but Auntie too. No one can really deal with him either. He's pumping out so much damage. Rex, Gage, and Frozen Heart just diving in. Very tanky himself and reducing everyone's damage in the midst of it. Working his way over to some sort of support item with that purchase he now has. There's around Baron now. They're taking a little bit slow, letting the race go on. Never mind, they're just throw a few rocks at it. You need to be careful of Tony Baloney's potential engage here. Do you want to wait it out a little bit? Tony looking, he's walking up, blind coming down, can't see anymore. Maestrom does not care about Cactus whatsoever, gets the cube, starts spinning, but Malphite ulti does come out, catches out Mads. Now they're on the retreat, Weaver's Wall, looking to run away. And honestly, I'm Down for Anything, didn't really have to blow too much, just Malphite ulti and for a carry? Looks pretty good to me. Now Santi himself diving in right after Old God hooks in, but Old God, not long for this world, just goes down. Uninam, not exactly doing much to this Malphite, but just like Garen's not caring about this tower that Cactus is under. Tony, having to flash away, Raystrom being the menace that he is. Trying to get away, but won't get away from the Sivir move speed plus Milio range. Oh no, Kuro. Both get stunned up by the Stone Field, gets blind. Now Uninam versus Kuro. Uninam and Kuro versus Santi does finally shut down this menace with the pike. Man with the pike. Yeah. We gotta leave for 15 and come back to WW losing. It's really close. Weaver's Wall, the Garen has been doing a lot of work in the side lane, getting a bunch of towers and Nexus turrets. But they've been losing these team fights. Tony Baloney has been able to find a lot of angles onto at least one of the 3 carries from Weaver's Wall. Now it's looking a little bit dicey. They're actually straight up even in gold, basically. Dragon coming up in a minute, though. Oh, yeah. Sivir. Oh, Sivir has double Ashes CS. My god. That is a strong Sivir. Full build. 2 items up on Ash. There's a pretty big bot gap here, even though there was so much attention thrown bot side. It was all put into Korea Karen. Garen, being the menace that he is, now they're sending Tony and Cactus up to deal with this Garen, knowing that they don't see everyone. Garen falls back a little, but he's... Oh, Tony trying to decide what to do. It is going to be a 2v1 now. Can Raystrom deal with it this time? Gets engaged on. Deals the Garen ulti too. Good. Zanya's out from Cactus, waiting for his cooldowns, and smite down. Raystrom goes down. The menace has fallen, and he managed to save the Malphite ulti. He's coming from behind, TPing in. He's going to probably go for a big Malphite ulti here. It just lands onto Mad Maz. But he's all alone now. No one's there to back him up. Weaver's Wall able to find and engage when 2 were dealing with Raystrom. Now they're looking to try and end here. Go for the inhibitors. Maybe for the Nexus. But Burrito has a little bit to say about it. Trying to run a little bit of interference. They're just going to... Weaver's Wall just going to go for these inhibitors instead. Now with respawn timers up, they're just going to get 2 inhibs. They want to see them reset here. They don't really have the wave pressure to really go for this dragon just yet, but it is Soul. They don't want to give that up. They're going to be dashing right back over to it. Is Weaver's Wall gonna lose? Maybe. Uninop flashing in, gets the solo onto Burrito. That is so much of I'm down for anything that's damaged. Cactus trying to save the day and get Old God Cthulhu. Misses out on the damage. Now onto Uninam. Punches him. Uninam out of mana. Santi here, though, does get the kill onto Old God. Uninam, a little bit of danger. Does have the GA, but again, still out of mana. Santi being a menace. Jumps back in. Gets the GA of Uninam. Taking a little bit of damage now that his R is gone. Uninam gets out after respawning. Garam coming in for the flank. Starting to clean up everyone. This should be game. Weaver's Wall coming down. Hopefully, this will be the end of the game. Very close game in general from both of these teams. Oh, Sivir. Popping ulti. Running at them a little bit. Tony Baloney with the early leave. They're not gonna pad the K. Oh my god, they just padded Burrito's KDA. Alright, well, game 1 going over to Weaver's Wall. GG. And League Tool broke. Lovely. I love it when the League Observer tool stops working for no reason at all. Alright, but overall, very even game. Lots of sloppy fighting, but hey, that makes it entertaining. Top gap was pretty apparent, although Tony was starting to find his groove over in the mid-game. Race Garam, though, menace on the Garen, pulling so much pressure. And yeah, Sivir maybe could have done something there if she stuck around. Was a little bit afraid of just getting one shot, but... Yep, good jobs over to Uninam. We'll see when we get the invite over. Kuro should be over in this group. Wait, that's the wrong group, I think. Fuck. You should be over to VT gang. Yep. Unfortunate Malphite. Overall, though, nice sloppy fighting from both teams. I really like the amount of roaming that Old God was doing. He was running the bot and mid just every 2 seconds. Burrito also doing quite a bit of work. Despite the heavy attention bot, it all just went into Korea Kurand instead of Sivir himself. Lots of people on the teams in the chat now. Yes, very fun game. Is there a lobby being made up for game 2, or what's going on? Nautilus is definitely one of those champions where you either hard int, actually you just hard int every single time and just hope for the best. Hope for some nice hooks, some nice picks, but at the same time you're going in to die. Uh, that's a good question for the players of the teams. Usually, I think this is the first cast I've had where we've used something other than draft lol. Yeah, Nautilus just feels so squishy. Totally baloney now in a custom game, so I think we're getting the lobby set up soon. Oh wait, because I didn't leave that, do I have to leave that in order to get an invite? Yeah. They took away so much of Nautilus's durability after he was a menace in the top lane back in whatever season it was that had the when he was meta top lane. Just made him into a support. You really have to rely on the uh yeah, what is it called? The Slowy rune or Aftershock. If you don't play around those two runes, you just get popped like a balloon. Too much going on right now. Still waiting for the second lobby to come back. Not entirely sure what's what the holdup is. Ask them real quick. Oh, there's the invite. And we are doing drafting again. Sides have swapped. Need to update the score and all that stuff. No worries from either team is ready just yet, but We will see. It should be starting up soon. I do imagine some of the picks and bans changing. That was an awfully sloppy game. I'm pretty sure I'm down for anything. Probably wants to deny that Garen pick. It was just a thorn in their side, and I don't think Tony Baloney has any champions that can really deal with the Garen. Uh, from what I remember, he mainly just plays a bunch of tanks. I think an Alawi is sprinkled in there if I'm thinking of the correct top laner. But overall, not too many champions that can really punish a Garen or hold him up in the side lane. So I think they might actually turn to ban the Garen. Be forced to leave up something else. Yep, looks like they are going to get into draft now. I'm down for anything. Starting it up. He can do anything. Believe. Ooh. Drafting.gg. I kind of agree. It messes with the overlay too. Chat coming from. Yep. Start a draft. Still a Rek'Sai ban coming in. Silas. Makes a lot of sense. That Silas was a menace in the early game. Really triple kill. Really doing a lot of work. Garen, like I said, they don't want to deal with that menace again. Ezreal ban also coming out, denying Burrito, one of his champions, and Fiora also banned. Tony doesn't want a champion that can deal with practically any of his champions to get through. Really trying to make a little safe space for Tony. What will the last ban be from Weaver's Wall? They are running out the clock. Sivir, the two champions that got quite fed last game, getting banned out in the Silas and Sivir. Now, let's see. B1 Belveth. That's a, Belveth is a pretty good champion. Honestly, like, I always see them pop off and never on my own team, but they're always so scary in the late game, always getting out so much damage. The Ashe, same picked up over onto Weaver's Wall, still running that back. They could pick up their support here. Could take away the Milio Ashe, very nice combo. Or, you know, maybe Ashe Zyra, another good combo. Zyra is popping up a little bit. They could also just go to their jungler right here. Ashe Blitzcrank. They are throwing down the gauntlet. They are saying that someone in the other enemy team bot lane is a little bit bad. Can't dodge some skill shots. Gonna try and punch that with a Blitzcrank. What will I'm down for anything's response be? They are picking now. I kind of expect them to match bot lanes right here. Running down the clock. Jin. Immobile ADC can get slowed down by the Ashe and then subsequently hooked by the Blitzcrank, but he does go fast. Hopefully that speed will be enough to get away from the hooks. And let's see what will be picked next. Jin Nautilus. Interesting bot lane combo. Hooker into hooker. Now Nautilus, I do think he is I think he's sort of fine into Blitzcrank. They are both hook champions. Whoever gets the first hook generally wins. Swain coming out for Kuro the Divine. He sees the relatively He's the kind of mid-range team that hooking up from I'm down for anything. He wants that. I can see Belveth shredding through him in the late game though. But early, he could become a menace. Katarina and Jax fans coming down. More safety from the top lane, lots of bans going there, and more bans going mid lane as well. Another Shen ban too, trying to work down Tony Baloney's tank champion pool. Expect this to be... Honestly, I would want to see a top lane pick here. Save counter pick for mid. Given that top lane already had quite a bit of a rank disparity. At least I'm pretty... Yeah. Race Grom being Diamond 4. Tony being, I believe, Silver. Trundle coming... Oh, right. There's a... I forgot. Swain is mid lane. So that could be a... That's a Trundle jungle coming out. Into Belveth. I am not a jungler. I don't know that jungle matchup very well. But Trundle in general, the hook can be very, very nice to have into hooking champions. One thing that you can do is just do a good old pillar right where someone's getting hooked and deny them of that. Also into an immobile, relatively immobile ADC, it just feels bad whenever that comes down. Ahri being picked up in the mid lane though, relatively safe pick. Just, yeah, she's a champion. I personally don't feel like Ahri does too much damage, especially when she goes the Everfrost build. Pretty much just a pick champion, but that combined with Nautilus and Jhin, that's a relatively good pick combination there. Ornn rounding out Tony Baloney's pick right there. Another good GG staple of a champion. Very nice scales well. Relatively easy to play. Generally pretty safe. Can always provide some sort of value with the ulti and the ornaments, and Trendemir coming out from Race Garam. So this will be... I think I do favor Weaver's Wall draft a little bit. Yeah, I think it's going to be on Santi's Belveth to carry through the game. I don't see Jhin or Ahri really breaking through the Swain very much. Or the Trendemir. Trendemir is going to be a menace, I think. I think he's just gonna plan on split pushing all day yet again. We got some R's in draft now, so we're going to cut on over to lobby. We will get into this game soon. Yeah, overall, I think the draft favor. Why didn't it save the score? There we go. Meantime, while this is happening, I'm going to get some water for myself. I've been talking for a bit too long. I need something to drink. Alright, I'm back. God, that server tool breakdown. Come on. There we go. Now we have a little bit of something to look at. This thing is really annoying. It just breaks so often. Yeah, well, I do think that bot lane can go either way. It really depends on who lands the first hook, but I'm a little bit partial towards Old God's Blitzcrank over Korea Karan's Nautilus. Old God was able to land quite a few good hooks last game on Nautilus himself. And with Ash helping him out with some occasional W slows, just makes the hook easier to land in general. They do have to be a bit careful walking into Fog of War, especially with the pick champions that are on I'm Down for Anything, and Ari, Jin, Nautilus. Great picks, great champions with picking capabilities there. But we will see. We're going to go into a spectator delay now. Just 3 more minutes of waiting. Ornn versus Trendemir. It's not very. It is definitely Trendemir favored. It's really hard. Trendemir is one of those. It has Trendemir has a really good level 1. Ornn, not so much. I kind of. I. Trendemir is just able to run down Ornn at a certain. Come on, DFA. We'll we'll see if DFA can tie up the series 1-1. They did have a very close game 1, but I think this game does ride on the back of Santi here. He is going to be most of the damage. Santi was putting up a pretty good fight against Uninam in the last game, which he was doing quite a bit of work on Zen there. And first picking Belveth, a little bit of a ballsy move. Yeah, the Ornn versus Trendemir matchup, it's pretty hard for Ornn. You have to kind of hope to survive. Really what you kind of want to do is get to a point where you can clear the wave just in front of your turret, because you don't want Trendemir to have turret access. One thing that Trendemirs do tend to do is just, if it gets under turret, a quick auto and E spin out. It's just a really quick trade that he can do, and it's really quite annoying, wears you down. And Ornn, he doesn't have any inbuilt sustain himself. He just gets a bunch of increased resistances from his passive. There are a few ways to combat this. I think uh or Tony's probably going to go Grasp here, but one thing that you can go in some of these rundown lanes, say against like Darius or Olaf, is you can actually go Phase Rush. You become so much harder to lock down. You can't get run down as easy because you just fly away with the simple Q auto and E. Just start flying with Phase Rush. Makes it so that you don't give up as many kills, but he's going to want at least a little bit of wave clear. This Trendemir can get to a point where you can just ignore the Ornn. That's not a point that you really want. We are going to head into game now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright. Game should be loading up soon. Going to head on over to it. Currently, just a black screen. Not very hopeful. Now we do see all the skins that everyone's using, and I will have to say, a little bit of skin diff over for Weaver's Wall. All 5 of them having a skin, but we'll say, or Elderwood RA Project Gen, both pretty good skins. I'm a little bit more partial towards Astronaut Nautilus, but you know, he's an astronaut. You can't. It's one of his. It's basically his best skin right there. World Breaker in itself is very good though, but Battle Boss Blitzcrank, I will have to say, pretty good skin. I think it does win out over World Breaker Nautilus. High Noon Ash, another very good skin. She gets a horse. How many champions ride a horse? Not too many. Bilgewater Swain, I really think that after the Swain kind of rework, a lot of his skins, especially some of the like older skins, looked so good now. Dragon Slayer Trundle, his pillar looks funny. It looks like something. Highlander Trundamere, honestly, bad skin. I'm sorry, race. It's just a bad skin. Not really much you can do about that. Okay, it's taking quite a bit of time to load into game. I'm not too sure why. It's a little bit strange. Still stuck at 0%. We can see some of these masteries on these champions. Oh, unable to download spectator data. Okay, this game will now exit. That's a little bit weird. We'll see if we can get back into it now. Just going to hit the reconnect button. See if everything is all fine and dandy, but, the crit animation with the Lanky Sword makes it look funny. I certainly hope so. I haven't actually seen anyone use that skin before, but the splash art looks awful. ADC in bathroom. A little bit unfortunate. Taking a good old dookie. Everyone is our quick unpause. A little bit of mastery flashing. Pings over down onto Bog Tribush now. Both teams grouped up as 5. We probably will see a bit of action. Both teams do have a hook champion. Little bit of a freeze. A little bit unfortunate. We'll see. Walking in now. Sneaking around. They're going to pass. No, they're hiding in that bush for now. Going around the red buff. Won't get seen out by the ward by red buff. Don't see anyone here. Pings onto the bot bush to see. Maybe they're over there. Who knows? A little bit weird. Oh, they're not seeing anyone. They're actually thinking it's an invade onto top side right now. No. I'm down for anything. Just hiding in that tri-bush. He'll go over to the red buff now, trying to catch someone in transition. Is going to find Santi. Just walks into the tri-bush, into 3, dashing left and right. Hook down from Old God onto Create Friend. Flashes over. He's getting pretty low, but a little scuffle. Old God getting low himself, over down to less than 100 HP. Kill picked up from Mad Maz. Cactus trying to get the return kill. Will get it. Will fall himself. But Santi, 200 HP. And Korea Karend, also very low. Gonna have to force it back from him. Santi going to have to start Wolf. 200 HP Uninam here though. Gonna start up the red buff. Going to do a bit more vertical jungling. Santi getting very low from this. I'm not actually sure if he can do the blue buff. Getting really rough there. Uninam is going to get out to a massive early lead here. Santi going out into River for whatever reason. Brutes don't spawn until like 5 minutes. Is actually going to go over to Uninom's red buff to try and get something back. Is actually on the Raptors. Ping's going down though. They see Santi. This is not going to be good. Santi's in a really bad position. Only has Q and I believe E. Can't even knock them up. Trying for the blast cone, but just gets further into enemy territory. He is going to go down doing a little bit of proxying. Yeah, he's not getting out of this. No way. Kill being passed over to Crow the Divine. Tony Baloney. Quick little few abilities down. Hook down onto Karen. Good trade back from Burrito onto Mad Mads though. Overall, one trade for I'm down for anything. Hook down onto Old God now from Korea Karen. You know, getting down that 4th shot. Cactus pushing out Crow a little bit. Now, Race Garam with that wave pushed in, backs out a little bit out of vision, making Tony think that maybe, oh, they've been getting a cheater recall off. You never know. Crow though did come to lane with 2 kills. Wasn't able to spend that gold, just let GGFF, it's over. Yeah, pretty much. After that, level 1, kind of disastrous. Poor Santi. Still, actually, he's caught back up in CS, but little scuffle down bot. Uninom is here. Korea Kran does hook onto Uninom, but probably going to fall himself. Trundle Pillar coming out onto Burrito. Hook onto a minion. Burrito's just trying to waltz away, but this is a troll. He wants him dead. Just chomps him down, hits him with the club. The man with the gun, not a match. Good little hook onto Kuro, but nice retaliatory charm onto Kuro from Cactus. Wave bouncing back into Race Garam. Kuro also now is crashing into turret. Wait, I think he just dodged Slinky. That's interesting. Nice charm lands onto Kuro. We're gonna cut away because apparently nothing happened there. Race Garam. Good spin in. Gets a little bit of harass, but it's quite a bit of damage. Can heal it back up. Cactus. There's no mana though. Probably just has mana for a Q. Still pushing back Kuro because he will die to just Q auto attacks. Race Garam. Now, his wave is pushing back into Tony Baloney. Going to try and get some more harass down. Santi disconnecting, reconnecting. A little bit of rage quit right there after that jungle start. Yeah, but Uninom here, Cactus, no mana, no 6, but trades back onto Kuro the Divine. Very nice 1-for-1, gets the shutdown as well. Trade from Tony Baloney. Let's start getting Race Strom a little bit low. Here for an easy snare. He's going to meet. No, not going to go for the hook.
A summoner has disconnected.
Mad Mads down like 20 CS in this lane. He is not having a fun time. It's not even. Probably he has to have been getting pressured off the wave or something. There's so many. A little bit unfortunate there. Fortunately for him, classic Uninom. True. Uninom does find a pillar in, will blow the RER. Dash back in for the charm, just going to get a little bit of press and will help Pro the Divine shove in the wave for a good back timing. Oh, Race Grom. He's just freezing the wave right here. 4 caster minions? That should be enough to get a freeze going. It'd be really hard. This is the big moment to deny Tony Baloney a lot of CS now. Especially with Tony Baloney having Bomby Cinder, he can't help but push the wave. Wave bouncing back towards Burrito now. Oh god, walking up. Knock up onto Create Friend. Uninam is here. Going to look for the pillar, gets it. Create Friend, not long for the squirrel. Does both? That's not even gonna hit a wall, and he's dead. Santi, hovering bot. See if anyone's going to foolishly face check this push. Finds Old God, gets snare off, but just a quick little love tap so he doesn't get hooked, and might get hooked anyways. They're threatening it. Good pillar. Ooh. Pillar forcing the flash and the hook barely not connecting. Race Grom looking to run down Tony Baloney now, still in range with that range buff increase. And is going to look to dive Tony Baloney here, now under the turret. Misses the Ornn R and is just going to get away with the Undying Rage. Yep, that is Trendemir versus Ornn for ya. He's not able to control that wave. Bomby Cinder, not the right choice here. You're not looking to fight as the Ornn in this matchup. You're looking to survive, hopefully be stronger, more useful in the team fight. You're not looking to dominate lane. You don't... I also don't really like the Bramble Vest either. A lot of Trendemir's healing comes from out of combat. So that's Grievous Wounds shouldn't be applied to Trendemir when he goes for his Q heal. I'd much rather see a Warden's Mail reducing that attack speed coming out of Trendemir, or even just a Ninja Tabby, also reducing an auto attack damage and giving him more movement speed to walk away. Uninam finding Santi here, denies the dash, slowed. Is going to start running him down now, but Santi with the million dashes that his champion has will get away. Big gold differences between these teams, already up to 2k. Santi desperately trying to get back into the game after that disaster start. He is even in so he's been doing just fine, but Uninam 3 kills up. Bit stronger. Now they will get this Rift Hero basically for free. There might be a little bit contest now that Korea Karen is walking up, is going to see Kuro the Divine. But Herald has already been taken, is going to get hooked by the Swain. And he's just gonna fall. That's a dead Nautilus. Can you zoom out? Yes, I can. I keep forgetting to do. Ooh, Ash Arrow coming out, forcing the cleanse. They're trying to go for that dive. I don't exactly agree with it. It's Old God. A little bit longer than he should have. Gets killed by Burrito. Tony Baloney forced to use ulti to try and clear the wave. Going to get a lot of damage down onto Uninam, but Uninam now pressing R just to strip away all those resistances from Tony Baloney. It's an easy dive with the Trendemir R, Trendemir first taking aggro there. What huge. There are two things that Tony should have done, but Crow's just going to get a quickly solo killed with Cactus diving under turret. Great run. Once again, doing a little feeding of the poor there. Under the turret, trying to lock down Mad Maz for the Jin R, but yeah. Back to Ornn. There are two things that he could have done, and he did neither of them. One of them was to clear the wave. His initial R brought the minions down pretty low. I think if he E'd onto the minions instead, Trendemir and Trundle would have started tanking turret a lot earlier, maybe even immediately, who knows? Or he should have just backed away. Like, he's not exactly in the greatest position. But that's kind of just a knowledge thing, though. he probably didn't know just how quickly he melts. Ooh, Ashar does land onto the Cleanseless Gym. The APS going down onto Burrito. Flash force. Now Cactus getting caught out from the Trundle Pillar too. Kuro the Divine getting revenge. Free Karen paying for Burrito sins for getting Ashard. It's Tony Baloney trying to build an item or something. He's going to just get run down by Race Grom. Now Tony's down to half HP. He is in dive range. It is not looking good. Yep, gets interrupted again. Race Grom does have Tremere ulti. It's just a quick and easy dive. Just gonna spin to win away. And play more of these plates. Might even get the tower too. Wait for me in Santi. Near this turret, not being allowed to back. But Greek Rand back down bot lane. Forcing Uninum to reconsider a little bit, but backs away now. They're just playing for that dragon that's coming up in 10 whole seconds. Race Grom takes the turret solo. Top lane, he is massive. 3-0-1 full tower plates. Solo, no, not solo. Uninum did take a few. He is absolutely massive. He is going to get his Kraken Slayer here. This Orin is not having a fun time at all. No contest coming out of I'm down for anything. They're just falling apart right now. Already down like 6k gold. It's not looking good for them. Now we're cresting the 14-minute mark. Plates have fallen, so it's ready, and this is going to be a dead Tony Baloney. Trendemir walking up, getting those autos in. That extra range, really not doing Tony any favors. But fight going down over bot lane. Uninum forces uses ulti onto the Monolith. Get a little bit tankier. Cactus getting really low. Uninum somehow dodging in and out of vision. Can't get killed just until now. Now it's Race Garam TPing in bot. It's a Trendemir with a TP? Not ignite. That is a little bit crazy. This is just a stomp right now. 7k gold lead now, and I wanted to highlight all the plates that were taken earlier. So, well, here they are. 5 plates going over to top, 3 to mid, and 2 over to bot, while I'm down for anything. Not getting any plates themselves. A little bit sad. It is, every lane is kind of getting dipped after that level 1. Not looking good at all. Old God. He's found Santi! Oh no, Santi! Quick solo kill over to Old God. Now Korea Kran trying his best to find someone out. Gets a root onto the flame, but a little bit tanky. Not going down without a fight. Korea Karen going down. Tony Baloney getting just plucked left and right by Kuro the Divine and Uninum. This is looking like a little bit of doomed game. 5-22, 15 minutes in. 9k gold lead already. Ooh, it is looking rough. Orn still not at his first item. This is no one's able to deal with Race Garam either. This is honestly just a sad game. It hurts to watch. They need to put them out of their misery soon. Auntie, oh no. He wants the blue buff and he sees something amiss. Korea Karen, oh no. He finds the Trendemir. Uninum is on the way. Trundle Pillar denies the hook. Korea. He lives to see another day. Rift Herald being popped. Ooh, Mad does get hooked by Korea Karen. Jumped on by Santi, trying his best to try and kill him, but doesn't get the kill in time. Now, Death Ball coming in, Orin trying to do his best, but meanwhile everyone is falling, everyone is dying, and now it's a 4-for-1. over to Weaver's wall with the Rift Herald charging down mid. Ari is the only one left alive, and it's just an FF saving the KDA. It's another FF and GG. That was just a complete shutout. No. No, we do have the end game screen.
Hello.
Wait, why are we in Kazakhstan? Let's go to general.
Oh.
So we don't have to drag people in here.
Yeah, hold on.
Good
Let's,
leader.
yeah, let's move on over to general for the...
Ooh.
Alright,
Whoa.
hello. That was a incredibly dominant game 2 after a close game 1. How are you guys feeling going into the game 2? Especially considering how close that game 1 was.
Game 1 was a lot
it really
on
close?
Sivir scaling. It's like we at a certain point we recognized we're just never gonna win a team fight. And so it was just like just try to play around the Garen split push angle, and then they kind of and we were doing that pretty well, and then they started kind of making some mistakes. I think Santi got caught out once right before a fight,
Who
and then
cooked
it was
up the
like
Silas Malphite?
we
That was-
played 5. I think they were like we played like a 5v3 or a 4v2, and then it turned into like a 4v3 at some point in game 1, and then we were able to win off that. But yeah, the Sivir was we pretty early on. We were just like not early on, but like we had. I think for me, I realized she was a problem when we took a Baron fight, and like I got autoed like 3 times, I think, and I died. Like before I could cast my ult, like I just died instantly on my Q cast. So I was just like, from there, yeah, we should just split push.
Yeah,
So-
that Sivir was looking very scary, but you guys managed to bring it back on the back of your top laner. How did it feel?
Yeah.
I feel like a very big top diff this series. How does it feel having a very nice stomping top lane both games?
Oh, that's nice.
It actually matters. Okay. in
It
game
matters
one,
so much.
We wouldn't have
Yeah.
won. Like we couldn't fight, and then we need a split, and like somebody just throw an end, and that's him. And if we don't have that, I think we lose.
Mm.
At least that game.
Yeah.
love
I
playing
think
champions.
I think the second game, the Jin pick was a bit troll because like
Okay, second game, I don't know. Their draft was cooking. I don't know if Santi was actually cooking in game 1 with
Yeah,
the Silas
it-
Malphite, but game 2, I don't know. They
Archon,
ran
did you,
out
see how
of-
many, did you see how much damage Santi did in game 2?
Oh no, yeah, no, don't worry, we saw.
He is 1.5.
we saw. We
Alright,
saw.
well, let me toggle the
The graphs.
let me toggle the graphs for this
so
for the
bad.
It's
actually
very
I took a
bad.
screenshot. Hold on.
Yeah, Santi with 1.5k damage.
Not cooking there.
It didn't-
Yeah.
Not
it was
exactly
not-
the
It was
Oh,
also
very
weird to me
true.
that like the only thing that stopped us from like playing heavier through bot lane was the fact that they went Milia Sivir. So it's like it's
Yeah.
really hard to go on Sivir ever with that setup. And not to mention they had like
we
other
managed to
threats.
get it. It was Silas. Silas was the big issue.
Yeah, but like Silas, it's like they had another threat in Silas, and so it was just like Silas bought time for Sivir to be a threat late game,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was really hard to fight. But yeah, unfortunately, Masso did not have the best time in game 1. The
No.
the gank
Oh.
mid were like we were just sitting there, and then all of a sudden on our map we just see 4 people. I'm just like, well, you're just dead. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Fucking
little bit
flash
unfortunate.
Malphite ult, like Silas stole my R, ulted me,
Yeah.
and then the flash, dude. That was.
That's
That was
That's when the
the
voices
one.
started to speak to
It
me.
was it was another ADC in like 2023 kind of moment.
Yeah.
I legit started giggling then because I saw the Malphite on like the pixel brush, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're dead."
He's like, well,
But,
Yeah, game 1, I was just a thing to let them like waste shit on me. Like I was like, waste your ults on me.
yeah,
they
and
did.
then oh my god, Nautilus is the most worthless champ in the game. I swear.
Yeah.
It's he.
It feels like I have to all in to get it like
The
to
ultimate was
engage,
value.
and then I just die instantly. It's like
Nautilus is just so.
it feels
switchy.
so bad.
I think Torrent also got a little bit of that feeling.
Oh
Yeah, he played a game too, and it's the same thing, right? Like every time he engages, he dies. Like there's no like sometimes there's a trade, but most of the time he just die. And like then when we get like there's times where once we burn Jin Cleanse to a terrible dive, that was my call. We go back and we ulti him and we kill Jin, and Nautilus can't peel both of us. And he can't escape because I just stand in front of his hook. So he's just sitting there and it's like I just wait for him to flash before I hook, and it's just
Yeah, they say
really
Graves,
miserable.
Graves in GG, but it's actually Nautilus in GG. Don't pick it.
Yeah,
Nautilus
Nautilus
is-
is
Graves though. Graves is OP and
yeah,
GG.
Nautilus seemed really worthless, honestly, both games.
You kind of hook, and then you hope for the best afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Blitzcrank felt a lot better. I picked it because with Sivir,
With Sivir being banned.
and Sivir and Ezreal banned, it's like he has to play exactly Xayah, and then if they play Xayah, like they're gonna want Rakan, and unfortunately, I think
we
if
thought of
Ma-
Thresh, but there
Ma-
was
if-
Emilio threat. So
yeah, if Kyriakren picks up Rakan, like I'm pretty confident we just steamroll them through
Yeah.
bot.
Second game, we kind of like saw what didn't work, and then we like eliminated that from their pool, and
Yeah.
they didn't know what to
With
do about it.
some really good adaptations from game 1 over to game 2, and it really showed you guys. It was like
Game one
a
was juicy.
9k gold lead at like 15 minutes, and they FF
Yeah.
soon after. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
it was, it really showed.
Yeah. I also don't understand why they didn't first pick Ash in game 2. Like
Yeah,
It's
the
'cause he wants
Bel'Veth
too much
Ash
left.
feel like whenever we play, I'm pretty sure Ash is just like the best.
He wanted
ADC
the
in the
Bel'Veth.
game.
Santi really wanted
Santi
it.
really wanted the Bel'Veth.
I-
He threw down the Gauntlet. He was feeling confident after the Xin game.
And then he got solo killed.
it would- it would-
by Blitz.
Then he got solo kill.
It would have been
Then he
fun, but I
did-
knew how it played. So
Yeah,
that's
didn't
why
do
level
damage.
1. I knew where he was gonna be. I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, though both games of level 1, you guys' level 1 planning worked out really well, especially in the second game too. Just waiting for Santi to walk by that bush.
I knew he was gonna. Yeah. They love Raptors. Bel'Veth.
Both times coming out to relatively early lead, I think.
The turtle pick was rare, but it had to be done. It was perfect. No more Olaf jungle. It was an old pick last semester.
Mhm.
I used to spam it, but I don't know. It doesn't feel as good as Trundle. There's better champions.
Yeah.
At
All
least
these
in jungle.
All these tank players, I don't like them.
Yeah, in GG they always pick 3 tanks.
They always
It-
pick so many tanks.
They do. They do.
Put them away.
It's really
I mean-
annoying. But
It's just how it is. When you have a less confident player, you just gotta play tank, you know?
And we
Yeah.
did get a game where we won with Talia.
we did.
Let's
We
go.
did.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the Weaver's Wall.
We're living up to our name.
We are living
Yeah.
up to it. Have you seen the Weaver's Wall clip?
Have you seen
None
it?
of that.
And the walls were genuinely like better that game. They were good.
They were much better, yeah.
Yeah, they were good compared to the clip.
The first Grim gives a little bit of a soured opinion.
First
No,
game,
I-
I left an
No, I-
impression. Let's just say that.
No, I know. You like you carried the curse over to like a different team that played Talia because like I casted a match where some other Talia was like throwing ults backwards and shit.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
mine was worse, brother. You know, I'm
he
gonna send
he
the clip to
he
you.
did those ults are
clips,
still
both
my favorite.
I-
They're
I
so
would-
good. They're so good.
Let me send you both clips, and then you can be the judge of who is the better Talia player.
Oh,
Um,
And these two
where is
clips
it?
inspired our fucking team name.
See
So.
that, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see. Well, I think
Uh,
that just about wraps it up for the interview. So I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. Any parting words? Any hopes for your next opponent?
Watch Say's game.
It's okay.
Go
Watch
ahead.
Watch the
Stop
game on
banning
Say's
Garen.
channel.
Watch Seihu's
Oh, yeah,
channel.
dude.
And
Yeah.
follow.
Follow
Follow.
the stream. Let's hit the 100 followers.
Yeah,
Let's
baby.
go. All right.
Stop banning Garen. Stop banning Garen. Stop it.
A request to stop banning Garen.
Please, I beg
Right.
you.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
Baron
good.
Graves instead.
All right. Yep. Well, I'm going to